G'day OWFsquad, welcome back to another Thursday trip report. Today I'm at Brisbane Domestic Airport and I'm flying Virgin Australia 737-700 to Adelaide. It's my first time flying on a 737-700 and I'm super excited. Now let's go in and check in. Remember, the moment you walk into the terminal you have to wear a mask. I'm flying in business class today, so I have priority check-in. At Brisbane Domestic you get 3 counters for business class, which is awesome. Now I'm trying to pass through security. It's actually quite good to see that there's a line. It means that the aviation industry, in Australia at least, is recovering. It also means that some people are taking their time. I recorded this back in February 2021. During that time, Virgin Australia wasn't serving a proper meal in business class, so you're better off getting some food at the airport, like at the food court or in the lounge. Now I'm at the lounge entrance. You have to first do your COVID check-in and then you head to the reception to scan your boarding pass and then you're in the lounge. I arrived at the airport pretty late, so I don't have much time here, like I've only got 10 minutes. So I straight ahead went to order a tea here and headed to the buffet area to point at the food that I want to the staff and then they hand it to me. So I got a cup of tea, a chicken sandwich to bring on board, and then for the beer, I'm drinking it here. It's my first time drinking the Great Northern, which is a Queensland beer. It's not too bad, but it's not my favourite. And here's our cute little Boeing 737-700. It's 15 years old, Victor Hotel, Victor Bravo Zulu. Virgin Australia only has 2 737-700, so this one, and also Victor Hotel, Victor Bravo Yankee. Both are based in Brisbane and they fly to Rockhampton, Mackay, both in Queensland, and Adelaide in South Australia.
We thank you for your cooperation and wish you a pleasant flight. At this time, we ask guests requiring assistance or a little extra time to board to come forward for boarding at gate 40, section B.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, yourself?
Good.
Awesome, thank you. Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Good, yourself?
Really well, thank you. Welcome to business
Thank
class.
you.
Thank you. Hello, how are you?
Here's my seat today, 2F, second row in business class. Business class on any Virgin 737 only has 2 rows, 2 by 2, so 8 seats in total. You get plenty of leg room and your wing view is quite good. So now let's go through the seat features. So you've got a large seat pocket here, plenty of leg room. Your armrest is in your tray table. This is an older 737, so there's no power supply here. You've got a cocktail table extension here. Every seat has a large adjustable headrest. Every seat in business, including the last row, can recline fully.
Make sure you're in here with us. Free streaming wireless entertainment is available on today's flight and you can access this on your own device with our Virgin Australia Entertainment app. The Australian government has mandated the requirement for all passengers to wear face masks on all domestic flights across Australia. This includes during boarding, for the duration of the flight and when disembarking. As a part of this directive and our commitment to keep flying safe, a hygiene kit was provided to you as you did board. Please ensure your face mask is properly fitted over your nose and mouth at all times. Please take any face mask with you. And wipes when you do leave the aircraft and dispose of them safely by placing them into the plastic bag provided. We thank you very much for your cooperation and we wish you a pleasant flight.
See you. Hello,
Hi.
how are you?
Good,
Would you like some water?
Yes please, that's
Okay, wonderful. I'm Kiri, I'll be taking care of you
Nice
today.
to meet
Welcome
you.
aboard.
I tried to scour the water, but it's too cold.
Looking after in the back on behalf of all of us. I'd like to welcome aboard Virgin Australia flight 1396 through to Adelaide. Thanks for your boarding. little bit wet out there, the boys are a little bit slow loading the bags at the moment with these good climate conditions. And we should be underway on time, not a few minutes ahead of schedule. Flight time down to Adelaide today is under 2 hours and 25 minutes. Weather conditions are there, a little bit of cloud around, top temperature today there of 25 degrees with generally fine conditions. Ben's taking you down there, he can back to a bit later on to find details for roll into Adelaide. In the meantime, we'll
Coat hook. There's a coat hanger there as well. The cabin's a bit cold, so I'm gonna put on my jumper.
Rest of the team. In the flight deck we have your captain Matthew Tinney and also first officer Ben Bedford. Your Army cabin crew from the front we have Tamara, Nicole and Sarah. While we know some of you fly often, we'd appreciate it if you could pause any devices while we take everyone through the safety demonstration. And just before we begin, please note that in an unlikely event of an emergency and oxygen is needed, you'll be required to immediately remove your own face mask and then fit the oxygen mask from above.
The cabin will be pressurized during the flight, but if oxygen is needed, masks will drop from the unit above you. Immediately pull the mask down to start the flow of oxygen. Quickly place it over your nose and mouth and secure the strap. Oxygen will flow without the bag inflating.
Cabin crew is seated for takeoff.
In business class today, we have 3 passengers and 1 in-flight leader going to look after us, so the service is going to be really personalised. Weather wasn't that great in Brisbane today, we're still breaking through some clouds. By the way, if you're new to my channel, I upload a new trip report like this every Thursday 12 PM Hong Kong time. In Adelaide that's 2:30 PM, in Brisbane that's 2 PM. So be sure to subscribe now and click that bell button so when I upload on Thursday you won't miss out.
Everyone a complimentary snack with water and juice. Remember, if you do drop your device and it is out of reach, don't make a receipt, just ask for help. We want to reassure you that to ensure a safe and clean environment on board, our aircraft undergo rigorous and thorough nightly cleaning. This includes the disinfecting of seats, tray tables, armrests, windows and shades, outside where no shower bathrooms are in use. Once again, if there's anything my team and I can do to assist you through the flight, please do not hesitate to ask. Thank you.
Later for the meal service, there will only be one snack box and a selection of drinks. So now our in-flight leader is taking our drink orders. There's a selection of water, juice, coffee, tea and alcohol. So there's actually Wi-Fi installed on this aircraft, and now I'm going to connect it and show you how it works. So unfortunately, during COVID, Virgin Australia has switched off the internet function. Back then it was free, and if you want even faster internet you can pay for that. Right now you can only use it for the entertainment app, which is being shown on your screen. So there's a good selection of movies, dramas and TV shows to watch. Just make sure that you've got your power bank or enough battery, because you can't charge your phone here. So I just randomly picked a movie, Star Wars. The loading speed is really quick, and then the resolution is also really good. There's also a flight map, so you know where you are anytime you want. Today when I upload this video, which is the 25th of March 2021, Virgin Australia is actually going to launch a brand new meal service in business class, so you won't get this snack box anymore, but back in February this is what I got. For drinks I opted for a soda water. For food I got the sandwich from the lounge, the tea from the lounge as well. Inside that snack box you've got a combination of savoury and sweets. I think I'll just have the sandwich from the lounge, and for the snack box I'm going to bring it back home in case I actually need it. Hello, welcome to 737-700 business class lavatory behind the cockpit. It's really bright and relatively spacious here. Don't know why, but it's brighter than than it is usually on like other 737. Look at this gorgeous cook. Oh my god, it's taken care of. Whoever did that, lovely. You can really tell that this is an old aircraft by looking at the soap dispenser. It's not from a bottle. YouTube. Because I make videos like this.
Right, okay.
So our very kind in-flight leader Kiri offered me wine tasting. I got a Molo and also a Shiraz. First one I tried, Molo, I really liked it. This one is Shiraz. Too strong for me. And Kiri is now giving me more Molo. Wine, book and the wing view, nothing really beats this one. Time really flies when you're flying in business class. Got a good cup of tea, good glass of wine and a book.
Hold them in your
So we are now descending into Adelaide Airport, and I'll quickly conclude this trip report with Virgin Australia 737 right here, right now. So first of all, in the Brisbane lounge, it was quite busy, which is nice to see. There's a small selection of snacks to choose from and a good selection of drinks, including red wine, white wine, sparkling wine, a selection of beer and juice, coffee and tea. Once on board, a very nice welcome from the cabin crew. Just before we took off, our in-flight leader Kiri introduced herself to everybody, which is a really nice touch. Her service today has been really fantastic. I've never had wine tasting before, so it was truly an amazing flight, and I would say this is definitely one of the most wonderful flights I've had in my life. And I rarely say that when I'm on a domestic flight, especially on a narrow body jet. And just before landing into Adelaide, she once again said goodbye to the 3 passengers in business class. As for the catering, I'm really happy with the drinks on offer today. It's basically back to pre-COVID levels. You've got soft drinks, alcohol, red wine, white wine, sparkling wine. As for the food, of course the snack box was a little bit disappointing, but something really good to look for is that today, March 25th, they are launching a brand new business class meal, and I'm really looking forward to try that out next time when I fly with Virgin Australia. Other things to note is that the aircraft today was really clean, including the lavatory. And today, if you want to buy a Virgin Australia business class ticket between Adelaide to Brisbane, one way would cost you about $399, and that's a really great deal, I reckon. 2 months ago, they were asking for $800 on this route, so it's like more than half price right now. And now here we are, OWFsquad. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, when you fly again in the skies, remember to tag me with a special hashtag on Instagram so I see where your journey is taking you. I'd also really appreciate if you could give this video a thumbs up, a comment and a share. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I promise I won't let you down. Also, I'm available on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Patreon, and I offer memberships on Patreon and YouTube directly. Thank you so very much for watching again. Again, I'm really looking forward to the Virgin Australia new business class menu. I hope you are too, and I hope that I can do a review on that really soon so that I can show you what it's like. Thanks again for watching, and sorry, no Q&A this week again, and I promise I'll do a really big one soon. Thanks again for watching, enjoy the landing into Adelaide, and see you next Thursday. Bye bye.
Adelaide, everyone, where the local time here is just approaching 22 minutes past 4. That is half an hour ahead of the time in Brisbane. For everyone's safety, please keep your seatbelt fastened and the aisles and exits clear until the seatbelt signs are switched off. Take care when you're opening the lockers above and make sure you do have everything before you leave. At this stage, we'll be leaving through the forward door and we will be refueling. If they are close by, you can now use your handheld devices with flight mode turned off. Just note you can't use your mobile while walking across the tarmac. Smoking and use of electronic cigarettes is not allowed throughout the terminal. Due to the outbreak of COVID-19, a cross-border travel registration must be completed by all travellers prior to arrival in South Australia, regardless of where your travel began. If you have not been able to complete a cross-border travel registration via South Australian Police website, please proceed to an authorised officer upon arrival. South Australia has declared Peel, Perth, Metro and Southwest regions of Western Australia as prohibited locations. Travellers who have been in or visited prohibited locations since 31st of January 2021 are not permitted to enter South Australia unless exempt or if they are a South Australian resident. Those permitted to enter must quarantine for 14 days at a suitable premise and undergo testing on day 1, 5 and 12. Travellers who have transited through an airport in a declared hotspot in Perth for a period of no longer than 2 hours and wore a face mask the entirety of the time are not considered to have entered the location. Thank you so much for flying with Virgin Australia today. It has been a pleasure bringing you up from Brisbane. If you are coming home to Adelaide, a very warm welcome home or a safe onward journey. And we certainly look forward to seeing you next time you do choose to fly with us. Thank you and good afternoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Boston. For your safety, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and your cabin baggage stowed until the seatbelt sign has been turned off.